Hello guys, so if you calculated the previous exercise, the side, you will find 6.9 centimeters. Yeah, you see how you type it into the calculator. This is how it is. But now let's go to an exercise from your book. HAVO, you can grab exercise 7 on page 58 and VWO exercise 35, page 22. Of course, this is book number 2. Now, I always make a quick sketch. I would advise you to just make a quick sketch of the situation, put in the measurements, and you're finished. Now, what we're going to do in this section, we're going to do two things. We're going to calculate A. That's what we're going to do. And then what I want to do after we got A, it's an extension of the previous video, is that I want to show you how we're going to find this measurements, okay? So calculate A, you know, angle, I have to calculate an angle. Remember the shifting. All right, we're looking from this angle. This one is adjacent, we don't want it. This one is the hypotenusa, but the SOSCASTOA, you know, it's also schuine zijde, so I also put an S there. We look at this. And this one, it is the opposite. It's on the opposite side. So we got OS, we got SOSCASTOA, SOS. So we're going to use the sinus of angle A, that is the opposite divided by hypotenusa, schuine. And now you're going to fill it in. Sinus, angle A is what we want. Opposite, 2.1 divided by 3.8. Now the shift comes in. How do you do this? One more time. Angle A is the shift function, the sinus inverse of 2.1 divided by 3.8. You grab the calculator, shift, sine, you see it there, the inverse of, what is it, 2.1 divided by 3.8, and then you get 33.547. We want 1 decimal, 33.5 degrees. So apparently this is 33.5 degrees. Now, what I wanted to do first was find this one, but we're gonna do this. Now remember, to find this one, this is the adjacent side of this right angle triangle. And you have the hypotenusa and you have another adjacent one. So you could use Pythagoras, but on purpose, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to show you how to do it with the SOSCAS method, which is indeed the previous video. Now we're applying it to this exercise. It's not asked for us, but it's good to practice. So let's say this is H and T. I'm making up letters. We want AH. We're using this angle. You cannot work with the 90-degree angle, never. Yeah, you can't work with a 90-degree angle because if you look from this angle, this will be opposite, but that's not true. It's the hypotenusa. But then what is the opposite? So don't look from the right angle. That's why we're going to work with this one. Okay, we know this is 32.5. Okay, great. Now, from this point of view, this is still the opposite. This is the hypotenusa and this is the adjacent. We want the adjacent. We have the opposite, but we also have the hypotenusa. So we can work. You can choose. That's why this chapter is so much fun. You can choose. Are we going to work with TOA, with the tangent? Or are we going to work with OS, with the SOS, with the sinus? Let's choose this one. It really doesn't matter, but we just choose. So this is going to be the tangent of angle A opposite divided by adjacent. The tangent of 33.5 degrees is 2.1 divided by A. Now remember, when you want the denominator, the A, remember, you multiply, you get, I can just tell you actually that when you want the A, you always divide the 2.1 by the tangent. Because I'm going to write it out. You get A times tangent 33.5 degrees is 2.1 times A, 1. Because here the 1 is written. And then to find A, you divide 2.1 by the tangent of 33.5 degrees. So A is 2.1 divided by the tangent of 33.5 degrees. Let's see. 2.1 divided by the tangent of 33.5. Let's see. and we get we're going to round immediately, 3.2 centimeters.